Hey guys, Dan Hood, Big DH 2000 here. For some time now, several of us have been talking about, we've been having some ideas about what we can do with Ocularis plugs. You'll remember that several people, I believe Angelos was the first, Smiling Fury, started putting skulls in the middle of them. Well, we've talked about the marbles. The clear marbles go in nice, you know, and I've done this both with and without, so let me get started by putting a clear marble in. Okay, here's my black Ocularis plug, pushing a clear marble in. Okay, pencil usually works pretty good. Okay, but now, something we've been looking at. Any of you know what earplugs are? And I don't mean the kind of things you shove in your ears to keep the noise out. I'm talking about those big things for the big holes in the ear. Anyway, they make them in several sizes. Here, let me show you. Hopefully we can get this to come clear. Anyway, what it is it almost looks like the rim of a tire. Okay? You can unscrew one end and take it off. Sorry guys, the camera angle pretty bad today, getting a lot of glare off that one bulb. My bad. You can completely take the one end off here. I'll set it down in front of you, and it leaves it looking like a tire with only one edge, or rim on one edge. Now you can do one of two things. You can push the glass marble in and then ram this in behind it so that the marble does all the work. Because sometimes, honestly, there's sometimes where, every Ocularis hole is a little different. Sorry, my retentive nature wants me to get this in right. And you just put this in, and it's more like window dressing on the plug. You can see I got a heart on that one. This would look so awesome in one of the red plugs. Or you can just take one. If the plug is already tight enough, you can just take one without a marble in it. Do the same thing. Let me take it apart. As you can tell, you don't need the other piece. And it'll actually push in pretty tight, and it'll wedge in if your hole is not, if your Ocularis hole is nice and flat and it's nice and smooth and everything, but that's very hard to get to, which is why I sometimes recommend pushing the glass marble in. But I mean, look, I've also made it work with just pushing these in, and it works pretty well. It works just a touch better if you put the glass marble in better, especially when the holes are starting to get a little bigger or the plugs are starting to wear out a bit. But anyway, as you can tell, hopefully you can see. Let's see if we can get this over here where you guys can see this better. Okay. Let me show this to you. Come on, focus. Sorry, my camera's being a pain today. Let me see if I can get these for you. Can you see them? For those who don't know, maybe if I do it this way. The biggest problem I have with this one camera sometimes is it works well for one thing and it doesn't work very well. But as you can see, those are Superman logo earplugs. You can see it just barely. I wish it would clear up, but it doesn't seem to want to. Anyway, Superman plugs inside the red on my red Ocularis, my red Ocularis plugs on my bean flip. These do, because the bean flip, the hole on the bean flip, this cast bean flip is a little big. It's not to standard. You have to ram the marbles in on this one. Just so you guys are forewarned, you have to do that. And then you can push these in. I tried, this is the 10 millimeter or the 00. ear plug. They do have a 12 millimeter. I forget what the number is. I think it's just 0. Those are a little too big for these Ocularis plugs. They will work. You can force them in, but then one end of the Ocularis plug is super fat and the other end is still too tapered, and then they don't stay in the hole correctly and everything. But if you do get a really loose bean flip or a really loose Ocularis plug, what you can do is you can ram in like a 1/2 inch to 5/8, and then the 12 millimeter will fit really well over the top of it. With these 10 millimeters, the 3/8 to 7/16 ammo size is the best for it. Just so you know, anything bigger than that, you got to go with the bigger all around everything. But anyway, thought you guys would enjoy that. Just a little fun video. The originator of some of these ideas is actually Eric, Metrograde, and then we took it to a whole new level, right? Because he got these kind of plugs originally. Let me see. You can see let me put this down. Let me put this back. Sorry guys, I'm kind of haphazard today. But anyway, he got these kind of plugs. You know, the wooden ones. The only problem with them is they're 10 millimeters in the center, and on the outside they're closer to 12, so they're kind of hard to press in and they don't come apart. Whereas these ear plug tunnels, or ear tunnels as they call them, you can take the one end off, and then you just have a tunnel that you can put either around a marble or ammo or anything else. Anyway, sorry this is so long, but Eric, fantastic start to this idea, and I enjoyed taking it to this next level with putting all this stuff in, man. Take care, all.